All right, guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and this is going to be episode number 2 of becoming a better craps player. This series, guys, this is for the beginner guys, the guys new to the game that they have a little knowledge, but they're definitely trying to get into the game more. Guys, this isn't for weekend warriors. This isn't for like the tourists, as I call them, guys that are just playing for fun. The stuff I'm putting out, guys, I'm putting it out for the guys that want to play and are trying to do something with it, whether it's supplement income or whatever it is. If you're trying to pay something off, if you're trying to be a professional gambler, whatever it is, these are what the videos I put out. All right, this is for these guys. If you're there and you're just there with your buddies for the weekend or something, I get it. Stay at the table as long as you can. Try to make a bunch of money. That totally makes sense. But that's not who I'm talking to here. What I'm talking to here is I'm trying to make people, give people some pointers and some tips and some of my experiences of just, having to really earn it all the way from $200 all the way up. And not one single $200. I went through multiple sets of $200 before I really built a bankroll. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Is now that I've done that, I kind of know the trials and tribulations that go along with it and the fights that you go through. A couple things I've learned, and that's what I'm putting out in this series. All right, so in this episode, I want to talk about, number one, having a game plan. You should have a game plan before you ever get to the casino. You should have a game plan for the craps table all the way to the point where knowing what bankroll you're going to put, knowing how much percentage profit you're going to need before you leave, knowing how much, are you willing to spend 4 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours? Because time is a big factor also. If you don't have enough time, then you need to make your profit goal a little smaller. Otherwise, you run the risk of getting a little bit tilty when you have to get close to leave. This is something I see happen. It's happened to me before, on many occasions actually. But and then another thing that I want to talk about is, like, if you're a shooter, are you going to go up to the craps table and play if you can't get your spot, if you can't get where you shoot from? All these things are plans you should have before you ever get to the table. Right. The second part of the plans you have is you should have multiple strategies. You should have multiple game plans. If something isn't working right, if the table isn't going a certain direction, you should have a game plan to play a different way, to play either more conservative, more aggressive, light side, dark side, whatever it is. You should have multiple game plans. You should multiple strategies that you can incorporate and that you can move in and out of. That way, you're taking advantage of all the types of tables you're going to run into, all the types of shooters you're going to run into. Does it work every time? No, it doesn't. But it's sure nice having. It's better than just beating your head against the wall. Just being a one-trick pony, and either it works or it doesn't work. If you have some moves in there, you have some different things you can do, and you can change the outcome. Maybe even from a bad day to a good day. I've done it many times. With simple moves. Another thing, and this is kind of like the exit strategy plan. When you reach your profit goal, are you going to stick it out that whole roll? Are you going to pull down and walk away? There's things you should know before you ever get to the casino. These are things you should already have established. And when you get there, you should stick to them. If you don't stick to them, then there was no reason in ever establishing them. If you tell yourself you're there to make 20% profit and you leave after and you don't leave and you don't take off after you win 20%, there's a good chance you're going to give that back. Every roll you stay longer is one more chance for the casino to get more of your money. So the shorter time you're there, the better. The quicker you can make your profit, and you got to stick to your guns, guys. If you're going to play this style, if you're going to try to build a bankroll, and you're going to try to actually profit at the game of craps, you have to be able to leave when you're up. If you can't leave when you're winning, then you won't be profitable. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to show some examples of some stuff. All right, so beginner bankroll, we're going to have $300. We don't have no rebuys. Just $300 straight up, no rebuys. So we got to make it happen here. $300. 10%. You're looking right at $30. That's not really worth your time. 20% is 60. It's borderline. It's a borderline. So I'd say we're looking between $75 and $100. High end $100, low end $75 is where you'd want to be at. I would say, as a beginner, as starting out trying to build your bankroll, you don't want to go too small because you do want to give yourself a chance to build it. So we're going to go between $75 and $100, which is roughly around 25 to 33%, something like that. All right, so what kind of strategy are we going to employ? All right, we only need to make $75, between $75 and $100. I mean, we could go out there and throw a $100 don't bet out there and have it in one run. We could do that. It's pretty risky. That's a 30-year bankroll. So we need to have an idea of how much we're willing to risk each shot out of our bankroll. With $300 bankroll, for another thing is you want to ahead of time, you want to know what the tables are. Are they $10 tables, $5 tables, $15 tables, $25 tables? Obviously, you don't want to be at a $25 table with $300. That's just not ideal. $15 table, that's really pushing it. $10 and $5 is really where you want to be at with $300. But we'll play it like it's a $15 table because so many of them now are. All right, so we're looking to make between $75 and $100. All right, one of the strategies I'm always going to employ is the 6, 7, 8. All right, so we got 30. All right, if we want to place the 6 and 8, we're going to need at least 36. So we're going to have to bump this up to 40. All right, we're going to play a don't. We're going to try to play the 6, 7, 8. And if this 6, 7, 8 isn't really working, then if it's not working because we're hitting too many points, then what we'll do is we'll go transition into 66 inside and try to work it that way with half pressing. If it's not working because we're rolling come out losers, then we'll transition to playing with some hedges. We'll lay some bets and everything so our come bets don't lose. So our don't pass line bets don't lose. Either way, we're going to try to build off the 6, 7, 8, Indy 66 inside, and then we'll half press from there. So that's the game plan. That's what we're going to try. And I'm going to random roll it, guys. People, I know that a lot of people don't really believe in dice control. So I'm not going to use it here. I'm going to just show it this way. All right, here we go. And there's a 5. All right. So we got a $40 5. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to go $18 6 and $18 8, which is $36. Doesn't make our 7 super valuable, but our 7 won't hurt us either. So that's the key to that. All right. And since we're not going to be able to spread out to the 5, that's fine. We'll get the 9 as soon as possible with our first hit. And then maybe we'll get the 4 or 10, or maybe we'll start throwing bets in the come, something like that. Just stay in that 66 type range. That's what we're trying to transition to here. There's a 4, deuce, deuce. All right, so one hit, we're going to get the 9. Another hit, we'll probably start playing for the come, and then we'll start pressing. And the reason being is because we can't pick up the 5. And there's an 8. That's going to be a $21 winner. We put 15 on the 9. Rack 6. Here we go. And there's a 4 again. Okay. So that was 2 4s in 3 rolls. And there's an 11. Okay. Yeah, we're using 6, 7, 8. We're trying to transition to 66 inside. And there's the 6. Okay. $21 winner. I'm going to rack this 6. I'm going to play through the come. Why? Because this gives us an extra 7 boost if a 7 rolls here. So that's nice. It kind of covers this. But also, if this transfers here, now we got the 4 covered and we can wait on a hit. If we get one more number covered with a come bet, we'll start pressing these numbers. All right, I'm just trying to get 4 numbers out there in our favor. And there's the hard 4. All right, so that's our third 4. All right, so now what we're looking at is I'm not going to put another come bet out there. We got 4 bets against 1 bet. So that's what we're at. We're just going to start half pressing. And there's a 10. So we've hit all the box numbers now. No, we haven't hit 6 yet. I don't think. And there's the 4. We got our 4 in there. Awesome. All right, cool. I'm going to use this kind of as a different type of half press. I'm going to go 3 of them. It's still pretty much half. Because you're going to remember that 4 was a winner, remember? And we got our 5. Okay, so this is a great example, okay? We haven't seen a 7 yet, okay? But we made a point of 5. We made basically what we lost there. So I'm not going to go back attack it on the dump. I'm going to get in the pass because we're probably close to that 7 there. So there's a good chance we'll roll a 7 on this roll. But if we don't, it's gonna move somewhere, whatever the point is, and we'll just stick with the same 66 method. All right, we've already established it. We already used the 6, 7, 8 to get us going. We did get knocked off, which is fine. Right, there's the 9. I'm going to move this over here to the 5. Still the same thing here. We're just looking for some winners. And we got a 415. Awesome. That's $20 on there. That's going to win 28. All right, first thing, we're going to put $10 back here. I'm going to bump that 5 up to a quarter. I'm going to rack some chips. And there's the 8, okay? 24 is going to pay 28. We're going to take both of these up to 30. Oops. Rack that. I'm going to rack these. All right. We're building up. Looking good. Get 1 or 2 more hits, we'll be really good. There's another 4. We have a lot of 4s today. All right, here we go. Whoa! Dice off the table. Another thing as a beginner, guys, is you want to be keeping track of this. Okay, you want to know what you have out there. 30, 60, 85 out there. 100, 110. All right, so what do you have in here? You know, you're looking at 177, 225. So you're up a little bit if you took all your money down right now. All right, remember, we're trying to be up about $75. And there's another 4. Wow. Killing that hard 4. And there's a 6, okay? This is going to be a $35 winner. All right, so now think about it now. We're only trying to make about 75 to $100, right? We just won 35. We're getting pretty close. So we're going to regress. We're going to regress. Remember, we're here to build our bankroll. We only have this $300 to play with. I know this roll is going good, but there's no reason to push our luck on it. All right, we just locked in that profit. And there's the 7 right there. All right. So this is what I'm talking about, guys, about really paying attention to how many rolls have went. You know, how much have you won? All right, so let's see what happened. Because we regressed, we made some profit. So that's 300 there, 30, 35, 40. We made $42 profit. So in the first shooter, even after getting knocked off, we still made half of what we're trying to profit. That's really good. All right, we're gonna go back up here with $40 on the don't. Start over. Let's get a new set of dice. Let's try the red ones this time. Here we go. We got a 12. That's a big old push. So remember, we only need about 35, 40 bucks, and we're at our goal. Oh, there's the 3 right there. Okay, so what do you do here? You're at your goal. This is the part. This is probably the biggest reason right here why craps players aren't successful. Okay, you just made your goal. All right, you got 100, 200, 300, 340, 360, 370, right at 380. So you're up 80 bucks. You're at your goal, all right? It's your shot or someone shooting. You've only been here one shooter and a part of a shooter. Can you leave right now? This is the big difference between consistently profiting and consistently losing, is not leaving when you're up, not leaving when you're ahead, not banking this money. All right, that's what you came to do. You came to build that bankroll. You just built 300 into 380. That's good. That's really good. So you have to be able to make this move here. All right. Now, a lot of people won't, especially not being the second shooter. They're going to keep going. Right. And sometimes that's going to pay off, and sometimes it's going to break them. And a lot of times, the longer you stay, you eventually run into a bad run of dice that really cuts into your money. Now, sometimes every now and then there's those nights that just go right, but a good majority of the time, they'll get your money back. All right, so we're going to keep going. And there's still 11. So first roll, this took it back. Could have been out the door with 80. Now you're down to just plus 40. You got the gift of that 3. You look the gift horse in the mouth. Now you're back to trying to get your profit goal. There's a 6, okay? Same thing. We're going to use the 5 and 8 this time, though. We're looking for a hit to spread to the 9. Again, this isn't really strategy. This is just me trying to get to the point where I can play both sides. There's a 7. Okay? Where I can make money on the way in and on the way out. $40 winner. Not really, because we lost 33, but still, it was a winner. All right, here we go. And there's the 9. Okay, perfect. You're going to get a lot of those inside points, guys. A whole bunch of them. And the reason you leave when you reach your profit goal, you have to be consistent with that, guys. Because you can easily never get back there on the day. Even if you just go back and forth right here, you can easily never get back there. There's a 7. So we just had 2.7s. All right? You see stuff like this, you might want to switch up a little bit. Just going to add $4. Make it 40. Maybe you wait a roll when you get your don't established. Wait a roll or 2. Don't put money out there till the 3rd roll. There's things that you can do to try to take advantage of a very cold table. And there's the 8. Okay. So we're not rolling come out 7s. We're rolling 7s the 2nd roll. So this time we're going to wait till the 3rd roll before we put money out there. This is just kind of reading table heat, seeing what's going on. And there's the 8. Ouch. Right back. So remember when we didn't leave? When we were winning? When we had made our profit goal? Now we're only up the white chips. All we're up is $5, $10, $13. When we were up 80 something. Now we're up 13. And it didn't go that bad. It just had one bad hit, 2 bad hits. And that's what I'm saying is when you're playing this short, when you're new to the game, and you meet your game, you meet your percentage, you meet your profit goal, you got to get off the table. You just have to. You have to turn that into cash money, take it home, come back another day, retry, keep playing. All right? So let's go back to 40. We're not missing our comeouts, so it's not a huge deal there. And there's a 5. Okay. 3, 2, 5. Let's get our money out there. So now it might as well be like we just started over when we could have been out the door with our $80. 6, okay, $21. This time we're just going to play the 6, 8, and 9 only. We're just going to half press them up. And there's the 9, okay, $21. And there's the 9 again, $28. I'm glad I pressed that one. I'm going to press 2 on the 6 here and rack the rest. Yo, doesn't hurt us here. So again, this is just a simple strategy. We're using the 6, 7, 8 to get us to 66. There's another $28 winner. And we're playing from there. $10. And you know, we got a couple rolls in here. It might be time to regress. You might have had enough winners. You felt good to regress. I mean, remember, you're supposed to be looking at where you're at. Okay, so we got basically 300 here, just under 300. So we got 25, 30, 30. You know, we could pull down right here and just play against the 5 and be at our profit goal. All right, or you can stick it out and play this out. You get 1 or 2 more hits, you know, it's really good. So you can play just the 7 against the 5, looking for $40, pull that down. No matter what happens, you're going to be where you want to be. So let's do that, because this is the correct play. Guys, this is the correct play to pull all this down. Some people are going to argue with me on that, but here's the thing, okay? So let's rack this up. 25. Okay, so there's our 300, 320. 330, 340, 350, 360, 371. Right? So we're at $71 profit right now, no matter what happens with this. Right? Remember, our goal is only between 75 and 100. So this is a pretty good play. This is what you're trying to do. This was your plan. All right, there's an 8, so we missed out on a winner there. And this, if this goes a long ways, people are going to be like, see. Well, put a limit on it. If you go 3 rolls and there's no 7s, put some money back out there. And there's the 5, bang, right there. That hurt. Not too bad, we're still up $71. All right, so again, you're at a position where it's probably time to leave. All right, so we've met our profit goal basically twice. All right, we've got here basically 2 times. If you don't leave here and you lose all the way, the rest of the way, I mean, there's no bad luck there. You just didn't play correctly. And so that's what I hear a lot. Oh man, I'm just waiting until the one time I, have that good run of lucky. He said, I was up 500, but man, I broke after that. It just didn't go right. No, it did go right. You were up 500. So, it went that right to get that far. I mean, I hear this story a lot. I hear that a lot. It's like, wait, hold up. You said you were up, right? And you didn't leave. So you chose to give the money back. It wasn't that it went bad on you. You chose to give it back. It went good for you. And so that's one of the big things I see and hear. I hear it all the time, where people were up big and then they stayed at the table and lost it all back. And so a lot of times they lose it all back plus some. So again, guys, this is one of those things that you need to avoid if you can. You need to avoid that. You need to stick to your goals. Stick to your profit goals, right? Stick to your plans. Don't deviate from your plans when you get to the table. That's also something I see. I see people all the time go, okay, I'm going to go play the don't, and then 6, 7, 8, and then I'm going to run come bets. And then they get there and they go 66 inside, and that's all they ever do. Or pass line plus the 6 and 8. And they don't ever play what they say. And I see this a lot. So, again, guys, stick to your profit goals. Guys knew this. They're trying to build bankrolls. This is probably the biggest key to building a bankroll, sticking to your profit goal. It's probably the most important thing. It's even more important than knowing how to shoot the dice. It's more important than even having strategy, because you could just play one bet all day long and you're probably going to be in the profit at times. So sticking to your profit goal is serious, and I really can't emphasize that enough. So anyways, guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and this video is episode 2 of how to make yourself a better craps player for beginners. And thank you guys for watching.